from them this time.
Oh,
look at this.
Towards mid, Martin aggressive and TP's behind. It's Sugetsu who gets the first. KC end up a man in head. Still Martin though, stuck in enemy lines.
He has a way to disengage here. There are still smokes blocking the path. NAVI yet to route him out of position.
Oh, Hero's completely caught. Martin has not been missing at all. And Rusik left all alone in defender spawn. At least he'll be able to stop the domination. Got many more tools to work with here. Avez having those salvos and every single player ready to swing on out. KC will get the first. I think the thing is though is NAVI should be aware of the possibilities, right? Like they're the ones who have done something similar in the past with their aggressive Omen. It's aggressive towards B. Yeah. There's 5 of NAVI's players here.
That knife was just on the edge. KC have no idea. NAVI are closing in. There's a pack of players.
Yeah, Martin's ready. So is Sadak. Oh, Koala coming round from the other side. And NAVI come out the other end of it with upgrade.
I don't completely know about that one from Koala Noob, because it doesn't maybe allow Sugetsu to get in this gap of his own smoke. And there you go. Hero isolated. Paranoia no value. This could become problematic. Oh, it's getting out of hand. Sugetsu's found 3. And with 1 bullet left to his neck. Sugetsu, I don't know if he was spotted there or not, but Ruxik feels confident on this re-entry to site. Toxins go up and he starts to work on the defuse behind it. Sui closing in. Does he have time? It's just a stick. No! Fully sent this. In between the lines, look at KC. So quick to take the B site.
Yeah, they've identified where Martin is and it's quick to collapse upon. But Elite out of nowhere gets 2. Angel's cut off the cross.
Yeah, 1 back at the very least. It's a 3-on-3 and NAVI do have the slightly better weapons. That's discounting Sadak, but his position in kitchen could be killer and the shots will land. That shout down. Advantage KC from this position. And looking at the defenders, they're split up and still worried about the captain.
Sadak's doing so much here for KC, and now that those mollies, the utility, get so much more value here.
Sugetsu just sidestepping his own smoke. NAVI playing with borrowed time. Sugetsu looking to close the net, and that's what he'll do. Transfer to... Bit of utility for sustain. Waller does have the smoke, but Shao forced to peek into a family photo on the KC side. A quick click of the shutter, pull of the trigger and they're down, while Ruxik has been highlighted on the flank. Struggle to see him getting too much value from this. Elite should have it under wraps, and there you have it. Ruxik eliminated. Full focus can be put on the site itself.
Yeah, KC have done so well here. Slow rolled their way through it, waiting for Martin, going towards Snowman. That flash was perfect. Ruxik trying to escape here and manages to keep his alive. NAVI coming straight back into this one, but it's the players from mid that opens up the site for KC.
Oh, Naves with 1 more. The extra details, the pit dropped in. Shao still ahead of this and can interrupt. That's exactly what he does, and as the pit drops, he gets back to cover.
Koala now in position in towards Snowman. That long line of sight, that's exactly where you want the operator, but it misses the first shot. KC have bought themselves a bit of space, but they've found Koala Noob at the same time.
And Koala does have a smoke, so Elite needs to be heads up with this.
Yeah, it's just straight up gunfights, hasn't used any of the utility. First fight found, and that Koala Noob will be able to see.
KC's still a bit timid here. Utility invested, suppression on Ruxik. He'll be unperturbed by the situation, but walks into danger, and danger fires back. Sadak with 1, Hero here out in the open, and down the long hallway of kitchen. It's a long road back to the A site for NAVI.
KC find themselves a little pocket of domain to work within, but remember, it was only Martin that was seeing it. Aves activates at the right time.
This is getting a little bit chaotic now, and with Aves being able to pick that one up, control is restored. Order maintained as far as KC are concerned. Still Aves coming in late, has the salvos if need be. The wingman can try and make things a little more difficult for the attack to try and digest. It does get the spike to half, but that's where Aves brings us back to reality. Angel dealt with. Last player sat in spawn, it's Xiao, and Aves has him caught. 5 Na'Vi players on the other side of spawn, and they're happy to commit it here.
Yeah, they've sent it back in and they've able to get one, but at the same time, Zugetsu has completely cleared up. I don't think a shorty will work at that range. But KC's rifles certainly do, and I think they're moving through this with ease at this point, Hazard. The only thing is, time is getting low and that spike needs to go down.
It's the only remaining pressure in the round, as you say. 15 seconds, less time. Once that spike goes in, Angel, screen removed. The question is, with the knife coming back up and all of this extra util in post, is, oh, how do KC want to try and play it? It looks like Martin wants to go.
Watch on to this spot.
Poison's off.
I'd say as well, looking at the comps for both, it also gets to in mid. Huge duel wins it, and with that, it feels like
even has the salvos, this is going to be really hard for Navi to get through.
It's a kill already though from Angel. That softens things up massively. Martin missing, not a player yellow side. All of them backed up into main. Fragment out. It was the salvos as well that we saw. It's a bit of a cluster on site right now, but Angel is just sticking this all the way through, holding the line, and KC nowhere to be seen. Sadak, the last player,
Try to go and look for them, but just use that utility and depend upon it. You don't need to fight.
Wallace still standing. The walk down mid to frisk KC.
No way.
Oh, it's info again, but a quick trade.
Spike plant going to be successful here, but Navi are coming straight in. They're going to be quick here.
They are immediately on the site. Xiao picking up his first. Angel right by his side. Looking like another successful retake. That's unless Sugetsu can do something to stop this, but Na'Vi bearing on down to his position, have their a second successive round for the first time in this half, as the defense from the previous round. Homemade one way that drops in, and Koala goes down on the other side.
Straight into this.
Six spotted the first of those players, but he'll be without the poison cloud to try and face it. Angel goes solo, Sadak taking the duel against the in-game leader on the other side and backtracking his footsteps. Xiao into the utility dump. Martin, aerial, and able to get the pickup. Ruxic still hanging around here though. Playing from below the pipes in the maze, Sadak flashing in. It just feels like wherever Na'Vi try and go, they're isolated, alone, and now removed from the situation. Hero the next to give a roll of the dice, but you don't feel any better about his odds than what we've seen up until this point, but it starts well.
They're just giving them solo engagements.
It gets better, and here...
The last either. Towards B we go. Straight forward from KC. This has been a massive pain point for Navi. The utility to work with, and Ruxic has a little bit of an angle but can't quite find what he's looking for, and that's an incredible spam.
Sadak just reverse engineering the smoke, plops down the molly, and spike goes in. Sugetsu still hanging around in middle. Xiao does remove him from the situation. Looking at that post-plant utility, KC don't have all too much. They want to fight this on the front foot, but the thrash into the smoke could be huge. How many does it get? Absolutely nothing. It's Martin with 3, and so KC... And already, Hero's completely isolated under belt, but calling for backup. There's a brawl going down, and KC draw first blood.
You see it's a brawl, it's more like a beatdown. That flash is perfect though, and the trade's in Navi's favour. Martin still has that paranoia though. That's the other thing to consider moving into this. And well, as for Navi, the utility is looking pretty barren. It's all about these gunfights, and Navi continue to win them through this round. Martin, though, still up and alive, and you know just how good he can be. More damage being dealt, although Sugetsu now having to clutch up another 1 versus 3, and both players are low. This is doable. Xiao lucky to escape here. And well, just with that, Navi will get...
Members on the team. Sure, Hero had his rookie year last year, but even there, Ruxic walking into 3 players, never going to get all of them.
And well, the response from Navi is to immediately hit A. KC, though, very quick on the mark. The timing nearly works out.
Checkbox up on my list, my little Navi list right now, I think is how they're going to approach this bonus. As you see Hero on his pistol, get one more struggle if they lose this.
100%. It's mid where we'll see this battle start. Elite, though, is the one who gets things off to KC's side, and they've traded things down to still an advantage in their favour. NAVI's response towards the A side, Martin ahead of the mark and will even find the spike, and he's buying more time for his teammates to come and support him.
No, how does he get out? How does Martin?
Has identified exactly where he is, so he's not going to have much of a chance here.
Not at all. Backup is now arriving.
So one versus one. He's not even caught. At least the best is here to try and cut off any rotations, but that's massive from the Turkish.
Here to deal with it.
That engagement isn't clean, but at least Kill has got something to work with. All three players, though, all on their lonesome, and Ruxic once again coming in from mid.
Sitting in the snow pile, just looking to split this up. Martin removes him, though, and now NAVI are the ones with their backs to the wall.
Flashes have all the utility you could possibly want to come back into this one. Martin uses the ultimate to try and join up with his teammate, his leader Sadak, as he moves through B long. But NAVI have moved forward. They've changed the goalposts, and now KC have got a really tough problem here. Martin trying to use a smoke to get on to the spike, but NAVI are so aware of what's going on.
The early stage,
He's heard the gecko, but he doesn't know there's another.
he's solo. And Angel just knows it. I think he's seen that one too many times before. Martin does isolate the lurk, and with that, KC do go level in player numbers. There is a little bit more support on the B side of the map this time as well, though, and the plant is yet to go through.
Yeah, the delay coming through from Karmine to get players into position to flood retake is absolutely massive. But remember, Sadak is only on a pistol.
And that Ghost can't do enough to deny, but the rest of KC played in. Aves and Elite from up top, dropping in the stun. Koala gets his, though, and gets out. 3 on 3, but the playing field is skewed in favor of NAVI. Martin up close, paranoia to the back of yellow. Positioning is so constricted, and that's where KC have a vice grip. Can Angel do any better for us in the clutch? The salvos are up, and the time is ticking on down. Even more onto Elite, 6 points of health, 1 bullet would do it. They nearly line up, but it's Martin again, and with time on his side, he can take Karmine up to 10. He's on an aggressive line with the one-way smoke set up. You've got Aves here for contact. KC are perfectly in place, and NAVI feel like they're out of options. Shower saving grace, though.
That's massive. Ruxic just hanging on the edge. Koala, though, gets 2 of his own! Martin out of nowhere! Still NAVI 1 ahead, and Sugetsu nowhere near to bail Martin out. He could use his ultimate to escape, but wants to stick around.
30 seconds left.
Wants to look for his next duel, his next fight, and doesn't realise Ruxic was close. The Viper of NAVI bailing out his team.
But it's Sugetsu again. It's Angel on the other side.
Spike planted.
Molly at his feet. But supported by Ruxic now, and this one should not be winnable, but Sugetsu's already done a boatload of damage. Cross-held solo by Hero, drops back.
He's the miracle maker, he's the man you want to depend upon here. And with the Viper's pit down, that's the biggest obstacle that he needs to try and get by.
He's looking elsewhere. Thinking about that next player, it's Hero. Correctly, 4 players on A, 30 seconds. NAVI, can you get past this eco?
That's the question, right? Xiao's done well, so have NAVI. It's starting to become a stampede of yellow and black, and they'll send it home. About how he counters Elite's ultimate. Still look towards mid. I was going to say that's a big duel, but that's even bigger. Koala finding Sugetsu and an open up in A. Sadak at the same time is trying to find a timing here.
He just needs to hold on to this space towards screens. You've got so many strong ults to combine and cut back through. Absolutely no reason to overplay your hand, and he's done a brilliant job at just managing this space, which KC now backfill.
Yeah. Also, KC know about the late luck coming through kitchen from Ruxic. Oh, deals with Elite. This is now an even bigger problem from the French side.
No, it's Xiao in the corner, though. 2 kills picked up, was just nothing there.
It's the fact that they had the ultimates to come back in, right? And just didn't opt to use any of them.
Single player on the defender's side is within striking distance of this.
Of course. At the same time, though,
Oh, there you go.
there's the sheriff shots to get to. But you've also got to be careful of Martin's hero rifle. This eco round could really go out of control if Navi can't get a grasp on it.
This is also where KC want to play, up close and personal. Rifle of Martin.
Oh no.
Should have been doing more. That would have...
Same entry that we saw from Martin in the last half. It's Koala to do it this time, but they've not accounted for Sadak. Navi get the trades though. Still worried about Kitchen and a player potentially being deposited there. That was Hero.
I think from this position you can still sit outside the ult and spam if you're KC. It doesn't really commit too much space, and yeah, Angel is still sitting pretty here.
It's just defusing.
Now gone, but Martin's gonna stick it all the way through. Oh, that's such a frustrating way to lose the round, and Martin this up, but that's very quickly removed with the ult.
Forfeiting the site to play from the outside. It's Elite that actually gets the kill, not Martin, as he tried to play aggressive. This null command is denying all the utility that Navi would want, and the rifle's denying the players that they would want. 2 to the good now. But Navi still trying to play slow, and as they do, they just get completely cut down. Spike goes cold, does the round. Hero has to clutch up here to even be within a chance, and with 10 seconds left, you would think it's going to be
stuns on KC's side to come back through.
Shao finding himself another pocket in which to work, and Navi supporting him in his endeavours. 2 players left, make that just a 1. It's up to the captain, the leader of KC, or it will be overtime. And I think there's a nice little ribbon put on this by Navi. We are heading. Oh my god, the swing out from Ruxic. Straight over
to stop this retake in its tracks. Tap of the plant from Sadak, waiting for the reply, and here it comes.
Players back in. Martin, KC, 1 player to the good. Still Spike knocked down, but don't necessarily need it. Winning out the deathmatch here, and the null command denies Hero his utility, so he has to depend upon his rifle, in which he has been hitting his shots and continues to do so. A similar position in which from before, KC, Sadak, he's low.
Hero's heard the drop in as well, and Sadak, as you say, on death's door, needs Sugetsu to trade off of him.
That's one flash in which he could set his Viper up, but instead finds the timing.
No way.
1 versus 1, but that flash is what puts KC ahead. Execute to happen, and KC have read into this.
It's a completely rehearsed execution. The mosh pit landing backside, but Sugetsu following it up from close. Koala with a quick trade, but Sadak still alive. Looking to carry the rest of his team through OT, but it's Aves that finds the next kill. And 1 by 1, Navi drop. The spike is on the other side of the screen. Koala up top, but Aves knows it and nails the shot. Such a big kill.
How do you even get this spike back? It's really difficult, but that timing's insane.
Individual play from Ruxic, more coming up. Elite there, and now Hero once more. Can he find a way to do it yet again? The 19-year-old falls. It's Elite to best. They've traded places because it's Ramp that's re-cleared.
As Hero in the pocket, Shao. He found 1, but that's all it's going to be. As KC now start to get things underway. On towards the A site you look. You've got to think about Elite deposited towards Heaven to just catch out a late lock, but Navi are stopping KC, and there's tracks! And we'll find that pistol round.
Oh, that they can endure those trials and tribulations as KC have moved that train of players into the corner. Against the Pistols, they are going to win a couple of fights back, but you look at Navi's current buy, those purchases which they will be able to keep, as all of K want to make the first move of this rifle round. Navi anticipating it, crossfire placed, Martin in play, TP available, but opts to go against it. It's Elite at his thing, it's just a distraction.
Yeah, he's baiting for Ruxic to come into spot, although Sadak has identified what they were looking for, and now Angel left all on his own.
This is a round which has very quickly crumbled. Like sand, it falls through the hands of Navi. Nice mid-jaw from KC. They read the situation.
5 ready to hit it.
First of those players is Martine again, but he goes down at the hands of Koala. That neat. Spam back through, but as soon as this wall drops, the timing is everything. Nearly caught with a Prowler there, Sadak, and he falls flat. Elite bias. So round number 4 ends with a gentleman's agreement that NAVI will remain in front. Sui just hunting for some exits, but it's Hero who has... And that's where A now comes under threat. Aves on the off angle.
Seen the fast trigger discipline, works well, but it is only one, and it's here.
Still have Angel coming late ramp with this open plant, but there's no tower player.
Yeah, Casey are quick onto the site to try and take the fight. Shao denies that. Hello, it's going a little bit topsy-turvy, but still NAVI come out on top, and that's a really big...
They can feel that something's in the water. From tower, Koala goes, supported by the long TP backside, making the cross, connecting with it, and the transfer as well is there. Angel by his side, this is comfortable for Na'Vi. Casey, again, just feel like they have players in the right position, but in this round it's the guns and it's Shao that shuts it all down.
That Cosmic Divide now up. You're wanting Angel to try and get a pick or at least get caught out, and he is, though. Trying to find a little spot in which he can try and keep himself alive. Koala catches a Vez, and there's more players there to fight.
It's just Sadak looking like him from elbow, crunch in from the vent position. But Na'Vi just know all too well.
Spike planted.
Spike comes down, Elite into the retake, gets his first 1v1 and takes Angel out of play. Sin, what a statement this is. Viper's pit dropped, still not spotted. Had the molly out, was thinking about it. Gravity well, the expected response, still no stun, still no challenge. Na'Vi should be looking to take this on one player at a time, just means that they can buy themselves the clock as much as possible. That's how you've got to manage. It just feels like such a telegraphed play though, Cairo. So Casey, wait a moment before they pull the trigger and it will go off with a bang. Avis has 2, but he might need more. Gets his 3rd, can't get out. Rooksik with 2 bullets in the out to play around with.
I've not thought about this at all.
Absolutely, and it's Elite and Sugetsu right behind as the spike looks to drop in, it's the player instead. Angel another, up against Elite, first bit of damage, goes his way.
Still has utility.
The captain to clutch it, and then around he goes to the corner, the spike plant tapped.
Martine, players to fight, targets to hit, and he's doing so. He's got 2, and he's out.
I think that's just ridiculous. And then right behind it, you've got Elite with the molly and the smoke, so no chance Na'Vi to get back in here anytime soon. The Prowler will clear a player 10 paces back, but Elite remains ahead of the curve, and that's where Angel will fail to clear him. It was a 5 versus 2, but Hero gets one back in the conversation. Again, though, these players are so split up from one another, and you're asking for heroics again to win a round for Na'Vi.
I mean, these are the players to do it, though. 2 to fight Rooksik. Nearly gets a 2nd.
It's just the one that he settles for, though.
So Hero loses a lot of health, decayed, and decides to go for an ultimate of his own. He fancies this as the players send it their way. The reaction's unreal! Sadak was talking about it. We need to know when to use the X Factor, and well, in this position, they certainly need it as they go to take these fights in mid. That little gap as well, Sugetsu would have information to try and shoot through, but Koala's beating the smoke, and the gunfights, they're going Casey's way.
Quick trade, still numbers with the defense. Angel does get spotted, but look at Avis walking out, 15 seconds, still no plan.
And the spike's down cold. How does Angel get that back?
Over, not, you know, blowing all the cash on a few different guns. This time it's the fall, but it's Martine again. How does he do it? Every round good for the 1 and still not down.
Rooksik trying to play up above once again, at least gets the trades out. So no more Viper utility on the defense.
And that has been a mainstay through middle in terms of how KC can dictate the pace of play. Hero on another one of his signature lurks, and that's Sadak gone.
Sight here.
Learning the wick at both ends, but knowing that this is all the time that they've got left. The util's gone in and done its job. Martine trying to pave the way, hold the torch, but it goes dark. So Sugetsu, the last player standing. Long-serving member of NAVI under Angel. But with here
ground if Navi can win it, because that would be a 9-3 half. Martin trying to be the one, the difference maker, but instead it's a difference maker for Navi.
so quick to take the A site. Elite's already got a Sheriff. That's all he can have. Doesn't matter. After the ult, it makes no difference. Sui1 back, still Heaven control. Spike going in, and look at Angel.
As well, how do you even get back into this one?
Short answer is no. Long answer is no, you don't. Koala with his third on the round.
I set on mid. They've got a Vice wall to try and fight through. It's procced, and that Hero's got a chance! That was a right click!
And he was on top of the...
And he's being hunted down at the same time.
There's a double tether there though, so has bought himself a little bit of space. Still no support. Angel, good for the first. Still, Navi are so slow to follow this up.
Yeah, and if they try and execute in towards A, those storms that are live, as you've just heard, will deny them entry. 30 seconds.
30 seconds left.
But, I mean, damned if you do, and if you don't, go back to middle. That's where Ruxic is already waiting on this fence side. Oh, but the A-hold can't hold up its end of the bargain. Sui's found two. Navi are on the other side of the veil. The curtain put up in their face, and the plant coming in open, even without that extra control.
All three players ready to play off one another, but that's a big kill from Xiao. It brings it back even, and the last two remaining players on KC are low.
And out in the open, Martin felt like a sitting duck, but quickly he responds. Xiao, the healthiest of the players left in the server, looking for more, but it's Martin that makes Elite the player that should be looking to try and cause any problems. In fact, he's the only solo player towards ramp. The double up comes with the rifles, and with Sugetsu's name in the feed, that's a couple for him. Casey's still keeping this one clean. Time slowly ticking away. Martin now the one on the hunt as that ghost changes hands. Headshot Ruxic, trying to farm up some of these ult points, but Sugetsu's the one that is just a single point away from having his in the next. And there it is. From the shadows comes... AC slow on their mid-approach, but taking the necessary steps. The Haunt clears vents, but Ruxic is here, and with his rifle in hand, that's Martin gone. No trade.
Yeah, there's still support as well through Koala Noob. That utility combo looked good, but...
Miss nade.
Yeah, exactly. It just doesn't get the nade just doesn't hit as well as what it should.
And so for these early investments all KC made towards mid, they haven't really held on to the space. It's only Aves deposited here. Can't quite track Ruxic as you saw Sugetsu find that kill on B and send it back site, but to hero he goes. And to the spectator screen now.
There's a lot of ambitious plays coming through here. And
to catch on to this, but does he expect Aves? The reason for the rotation. A deep clear, but he walks to the open, and that's the advantage for the attack side. From outside it, Navi are slow in their movement to the side.
but look at the crossfire, you can't really swing out into this.
Someone's going to have to soon, though. Surely not another full stick. Satchel coming in to push at least a player off, but the spike's already been halved, and that's where someone needs to step up. Someone on the Navi side. It has to be Ruxic. Second smoke, but can't find the firefight. Separated.
Oh no.
Koala up close. This could be a problem, but as Elite walks and just hugs the back wall, that's the safety from the Bucky. Away from striking distance. KC on the A site. Moving here with intent now, all 5 players, heavy main control, but concessions made towards spawn. It's such a long rotation for Angel though, so yeah, there's no real moves to be made right now.
Oh, that is a big move though. That should clear out main completely. Navi won't know that, but it's still all 4 players on site. If they can constrict them and stop them from getting out, 4 rifles could be lost here.
Shackled by the thorns, sent out by Hero, the tether on top and the reveal behind it. KC looking to win the round at the very least, but can you get out with the guns if you were able to? Ruxic finds 2. Xiao needs a couple more. He's not going to be able to win this, but in terms of damage control, I think Navi have made it.
Martin, close, did see Koala, but Ruxic hasn't been identified. He will do after destroying the fake out. Doesn't have as long as what it used to be, so the Nightfall comes in, and Hero's found a pocket. trying to work it, make it go in his favour, but it doesn't. Shao does instead. Needs to win against Sugetsu and does, and puts Navi at one player to the good, trying to use his own star to make a pocket where he can work and does so on for the ace. But it's Koala who's in the next engagement and loses a chance now for a lead.
And not much health to support it.
Viper's Pit, and I mean, it's not as if you'd have much health anyway.
Rather than Navi having set the precedent.
Shao found out. He's able to get one of his own though. And Ruxic has a Spectre as well, so as you come onto the B site and close quarters environment, you would favour Ruxic here.
Around the smoke, there's a Spectre in hand. Hero also on his lonesome, 20 seconds time. Not really here for them, needing to clear out those couple of players, but look, Aves is a safe pair of hands. 2 kills quickly, Spike in a spot where you would want Koala's nade maybe to stop it. It's going to take a while for him to get back over. The rest of the upgrades are on site. Angel does have the Vandal, he's trying to play it kind of early.
Yeah, and that horn to clear close by, but that rifle now passed over to Koala. He doesn't even have shields either.
No, and I don't know how much more of a go he wants to give this. He won't get half a chance. That's 6 rounds now.
Remember, Ruxic still to make his introduction here as well, so this has been really good. Baiting out by Angel, and Ruxic's able to get 2, but Casey, 2 back in the conversation. It's even after that engagement.
They have the tower control here as well, which they have so frequently enjoyed.
Shao, he's in a one and done angle. He can't really escape from there.
But KC have closed it off. Sadak looking to use his utility through this smoke, play around with the timing, shooting the haunt mid-air is Shao, but still find all 10 toes down on the B site. And as the showstopper goes off, he knows where Koala is. If he can find this kill, then maybe there was a chance. But there you have it.
Other places in the map. So now the players start to rotate in. Casey had a free site, they don't anymore.
The wall not yet tripped in that position. They know it's the flood out from main. Casey get themselves on site. Without Koala Noob, his trusty op, the support of player presence, it's Casey that take this fight early.
Trying to go in towards CT. The ultimates now starting to come through, the first of which is the Steel Garden. Ruxic trying to use his own ultimate, and there's a pocket to work with. And behind the Cosmic Divide, Casey aware of this, trying to respond. Martin and the rest of the players fall at the same time. A distraction, but Aves still not found. Finally he is. And Navi, after getting their first very quickly, double up.
And it's so important that they do as well, because you're looking at the money on a few of these players. Sadak the ult, 5 players through the mouth of main.
Outcome, Koala's op has been notified, and well, Shao found out as well. Ruxic's in! Oh, out of nowhere, out of heaven! An elbow drop onto the head of Karmine Corp. And Ruxic's still able to survive, and he has support as well. Navi are looking to send this towards 12, and they'll get it. That's 3 in a row.
As you've highlighted, Casey hanging on, just waiting with bated breath for him to peek in. And as he goes round the corner, it fires back.
Shao's been found out there, and he finds himself in the smoke, close to players. Angel found out. That main fight's going to be a big one. Shao gets to Getsu.
Oh, and there's more to be had. Time is low and it's all on Shao. If he can hold this side of the map, then maybe it's enough for Hero to come in and save the day again. Just lay this back up. It does get destroyed, and the drop-in not yet here. As he's finally spotted, Hero responds, and this might just be how the second map ends. It's all on Martin between KC and the Decider. The first kill is his. The TP across, and the time on his side. Shao has to stick it half. Martin knows it and nails the shot. A Red Bull clutch. It's the biggest round in this series so far. And it's Shao again, who needs to keep his composure. 1 kill might not be enough, especially due to the fact Aves Hearing footsteps in the halls above, the Nightfall not gonna catch him, still not spotted. Sadak at a top draw, here's Alves on to the next. KC coming up clutch in the rounds that they need, the absolute most. Regulation set up, Alves has the ult, but at the best of times he's been unable to land it. Shao from the corner, finally spotted, still not taken down, and while Alves gets one in the meantime, Shao still walking away with one, and Koala gets his but can't get out. Spike still not down.
The reposition.
And Ruxic right behind them. Oh my lord, he's only gonna get one for now.
The players trying to escape up ramp, they're not gonna get a chance.
It's a 2-on-2, and Ruxic has taken it to their advantage. NAVI doing it right at the...
It's gonna find some value as we move into map 1 of the last map of this elimination series.
But it's Koala Noob that draws first blood. NAVI in front on the attack side, orb collected. As KC have gone back to this default style. It's through mid that they'll look to try and funnel the players, but Koala Noob again delivers a bullet to the brain of Elite. This time he'll walk away with 2, but still the numbers NAVI.
Well, that door is dropped. You've got to be looking at Ruxic, who now becomes the Joker. In fact, they're going to open the door back up to let him back in. But both players are already out heaven.
Because I mean, there's a mesh set up, so NAVI looking to try and take this fight. It's a TP back towards main for Koala. Ruxic finding the kill. Koala looking to add the final details, but it's Rux.
Now we look at Aves.
Biding his time towards the back of Gen. Anything here would have been good. It's a turned head for
the start of the round, right? About how NAVI, in terms of the composition they're playing against, will have...
All it ends with is damage and tears.
Yeah, but remember, 3 players of KC are here and ready to fight, and one of them is Martin. Spike dropped, and Angel trying to recollect the Spike gives himself up. NAVI, I mean, it's just been fallen to the wayside here. It looks like KC will have the response. It's that NAVI curse once again on the bonus.
This hero can do something about it. First couple shots clean onto Strain. I think there, KC just given the time to react here. They want to be proactive instead. Martin into the fire and flames beyond this smoke is their support. It comes in the form of Aves, but it's just not enough. Not long lasting. NAVI immediate time.
Not even in Valorant any longer. So Getsu, is he going to be in this round? As he tries to escape, Martin flies him out there.
Cover going out.
Those players might not be heading to Toronto, but I'll tell you who is. Track by track, one step at a time. NAVI, not the ones that are putting a foot in front of each other too well here. It's a couple of missteps. Now trying to force the issue on B, but the setup is there. KC do well just to trade out an Elite buying time from backside. Shao again. It's top draw. It's blocked him a little bit from the initial entry, but he fans out behind it, and KC are caught with a blind eye, but still Hero can't do anything but damage. Can Shao capitalize from it? Sitting inside the smoke, the spike not shown, but as it evaporates from his vision, there you have it. KC effective in the way that they've played off of one another to set up this second.
The big thing for NAVI in this round,
Fusion of the defense is towards the B site where the spike is yet to cross. Sadak in play, sprays away, 2 kills. Elite right behind it. The rest of KC there, reactive at the best of times, but the support, it's flowing through when needed. Koala was the first player in and looks like the last one out.
This is Koala's map though. I think he can do this.
I mean, I'm not sure if I follow along. I mean, right. See if
they're walking into Aves here.
we can course correct on this eco, and well, Angels open it up.
No.
A first kill for him. And it's the A-site onslaught with Hero slipping in between the lines beyond the barrier mesh. It's another kill. Could this be the NAVI eco? Or does Martin have something to say? He's silenced. That's the lead.
Send it in.
Yeah, and Aves is going to be caught behind this wall, so it's all on Sugetsu to stand his ground. Sadak in support. Koala furthest player forward. Revealed TP out, just about hanging on. KC fighting through into short, but they can't survive. NAVI batter back. 5 rounds expected unless Sadak can save the day.
I mean, could maybe get a Vez back up, but instead broke the door, so this is just a bait, and they know exactly where the Sova is.
The cage has him caught. They know now the info. Stunned, revealed, everything. Positions, it's this Vision Striker move that we were talking about earlier. Hero getting one. Reveal not on the player, but the fake out. Still Bucky in hand of Sadak as he sidesteps the shots. The Shock looking for further damage.
Yeah, but look at Martin here, and the space that he's found. Navi are walking right into this, oh no.
Onto the Grand Tour, Martin. Step into the show floor, first kill picked up. Flash through, oh, 2 would have been great. But with Ruxic removing him, it's straight to the boathouse he goes.
Love this, taking the space nice and early. KC though, are very quick on the mark.
They expect the site player from the TP, but still can't deal with him. In front of the line, Sugetsu was looking for the spike.
Where are Navi going?
They're gonna reroute this just because they don't want to deal with that one defender. Faking mid-pressure. Sugetsu's still solo.
He just got a chance to deny the spike.
He's so far ahead of this. Sugetsu gets 2 kills. Ruxic last player left, and it's just fallen apart for Navi. At least step it in to just shear away. One last year. To come up in playoffs would be everything, but Sugetsu has been spotted. Ruxic
Off the back of it. I thought they were going to run to B because only one player was found, but Navi slow roll out, and Naves is only able to get one elite though, finding his chance. But he's already taken so much damage, it's easy for Koala to finish out. Martin getting one of his own, 2v2, tries to deny the spike, but it's not to be advised. It's Navi will find 6. Looks to be another B split. Martin.
Already had one go, and the next bite of the cherry is just as sweet. Elite following it up. 4v3 situation, and KC offered the reset.
Blades up, ready to go.
So that rotation is even quicker.
The read's perfect.
3 players in short. NAVI walking up and into trouble, into the face of danger. KC coming back in and doing it. But I have to say, with all of this Sentinel util, now in post, KC have to go quickly.
Yeah, they need to be careful, and not only that, if they do go quickly, there's ultimates to deny, and well, first one in, still not got the Armageddon used either, but it might not be needed at all.
Howling through smokes, but as they clear out that space, A is where the push is coming in.
Navi well aware of what needs to be done, and well, they've stopped this before it.
All of this right now is to try and drag a player over, create some pressure, force NAVI to redistribute the forces, and there you have it. That's the response. KC get the reaction they were looking for, sure, but still, Ruxic hangs around. Sheriff at his side, and Hero in support. From Dice backside, the smoke now drops. In the front, looking for the fight. It's Ruxic that has the first. Time is of the essence. There isn't enough of it. Hero still hanging around, and with that denial, it's a quad kill.
He's Canadian, he wants to be in Toronto.
So we said a family reunion on home soil, perhaps just leading the vibes of this team. Keep his 5th ult point, but with the mesh in main on A, it's mid they go, and Koala they head into.
He's trying to be the man, dragging his team to Toronto. The rest of the supporting cast helping him out and doing so. The last 2 of Martin and Elite try and make something on towards A. Those sonic sensors and Sentinel utility to try and get through.
Over there.
Players in place. Just to set this one up, KC looking for any kind of out, but every route they walk into is met with trouble. A player picked up by Martin, but that was one of the pistols. KC need to do a little bit more here if it's to make any kind of damage on what will be another hit. Oh, Hero's been suppressed though.
It's massive. He managed to get a cage off, so hasn't been identified by the info dart. And guess one of his own, Koala's here to try and get some support, but Martin continues on. his reign of terror.
And Roxy's still hanging around in main. They had to clear him or plant the spike. Less than 10 seconds once this comes in.
This is going to be close, but didn't account for Elite. Did Angel 2v2 post plant, and NAVI looked to come out the other side the better. Elite from short has to try and fight his way through. Doesn't even get a cam. It's just going to be a defuse, and what a way to finally convert a bonus round, NAVI.
This is a huge isolation. It is only Sugetsu here, but his Sheriff now has to have any bigger moment than it has done previously. Now looking at the Canadian. Feels as if he has his time to strike beyond the cage. At least one kill, but that's the spike. At the back of the pack, it goes down.
10 seconds left.
And so NAVI sight. It's a drone to round the corner. It's broken, and this is the play. Koala taking it into his own hands. Just one.
Yeah, that's all it is going to be. But the setup from the Cypher was good. Can't capitalise, and now it's Hero at the back of sight. He's been spammed out. They know where he is because he responded to the bullets sent his way. And now we go into a 2 versus 4. Ruxic trying to take a timing, but well no.
Side right now.
Especially when you have to find out where the Sentinel utility is, right?
They don't have to challenge for that space. They win it outright. On the offensive, 2 players to come in from short, but there is support from middle. It's Koala Noob just facing,
Can't quite find the value.
NAVI ever evasive, but look at Ruxic. He wants to keep on going. Just the one kill that he picks up. No, still creeping closer to the site, taking their time. Hero to take that first fight onto Elite, and that really opens things up. Util back in, Hero has his second. 2-on-2, but it drops to Angel. This one feeling a lot more likely.
And has the grav net, one off his ulti.
It stopped the swing from at least one of those players, and it's Sugetsu dead in his tracks. To the corner, he will remain. Peeking back through though, Aves by his side. 7-4K into the utility. It's the Hunter's Fury to try and gut out some of that space in the back. Ruxic gets hit, and Sugetsu follows it up cleanly. Koala still here, and he's found his first. The salvo's in, but it's time instead. Those final grains dropping to the bottom of the hourglass, and that's where Martin starts to reveal his position. Buys a little more time, because, well, I tell you what, KC are going to need it on their side. Hero's starting to work on the defuse, and stepping in, Martin maybe a moment too late. It's gone all the way through! Martin still with blades and an updraft. He fires himself over the top of Switch, but it's only going one way for now in the feed. Shao gets his 2. Can Angel find 2 more? He's got the first. It's a trade out 2-on-2. A healthy player. We have to depend upon him again. KC, the blue wall could crumble under the pressure of NAVI as they're putting it on. Elite has withstood at least that first player, but he has to go big where the rest of his team couldn't. To move on in their stead for KC's stage 1 hopes and dreams. Elite will continue. Likely sent back onto an eco at least one more time before this map is done, and that being the one rifle in the hands of Koala. Your wish will not be granted. NAVI want to win it here and now. Shao still on the site with the gun in hand, and those reinforcements just can't arrive soon enough. Shot down where they stand.
The Mourinho story with the Balotelli one, right? Like, listen, do not get a yellow card. Do not use your ultimate. Angel, please, do not use your ultimate. And then you come in.
NA pilled you out, but heading into this one,
They're from the UK.
that's true. And in terms of how we carry on in EMEA, it's Koala that starts things off. Shao finding the next. Could this be the round for NAVI? Sui has responded. It's still a player advantage. Less than 30 seconds in the plays through spawn. Ruxic watching over it, but as soon as that penny drops, there's problems for KC. Elite can at least solve it with a kill for now, but this is so chaotic, Cairo.
It is, and look at this, the Omen ultimate used to try and clear out Hero instead. Found by Elite's rifle. His opposite number, the sonic sensor gives the game away, but look at the deposit in mid. Sugetsu could be massive here.
Hearing the steps, all on Sugetsu, gets the first, and over his former captain, the wool is pulled over his eyes. Elite was just sweating when that sensor went off, hoping that the spike could go down, and now that KC have it, it's a split deck completely. One player main and one back from short. All of this heard by Elite. Koala straight into the firing line. And the null command comes in, but NAVI have players in position. They are knocking on that door. There's just a couple guns in.
Own value, and Koala finds a little gap to work with.
Be running into player traffic just yet because Shower shut it down. The mid lurk lost. All focus on B, and Angel the one to receive it. Right up against this wall. Sensor by his side. Drone comes in, it gets the info, and that's the reinforcement. Angel needing the duel, winning it. NAVI in position. This rematch from the first game of kickoff. Another spanner in the works, playing around his own smoke and looks to take this fight on the chin. Closing in. NAVI in position! 13-11!